Today I'm going to show you how to dye black hair to platinum blonde titanium blue. So one thing you have to know when you're bleaching black hair to this blonde is that it's virgin hair, meaning it has never been dyed before, so there's no other colorant in it. And virgin hair is more perceptible to bleach or any type of dye. Okay, so what you want to do is to take good bleaching powder and a good developer, and we're going to use 40% developer. With 40% developer, you will get the maximum lift possible. One thing to note about which developer to mix in with hair is the fact that the more abrasive or stronger that it is, it actually can turn out more yellow or more brassy. But since we're toning the hair afterwards, that doesn't really matter. Let's say if you were wanting to give highlights to hair, I would seriously consider using a lower volume. So it would actually turn out like naturally bronze or naturally golden instead of orange or yellow. I heavily recommend measuring the amount of powder to developer that you're using. Since I am an experienced hairdresser, it makes it a little bit easier for me to eyeball it, so that's what I did in this video. You can always go a little less or a little more developer depending on the type of application you're doing. If you were doing highlights with aluminum foils, you would want it to be a little bit thicker so it doesn't run everywhere. But since we're doing the whole head of hair, we want it maybe a little bit thinner so it's easier to apply throughout all the hair. When you're bleaching hair, no matter if it's virgin hair or previously dyed hair, you're always going to want to start with the mid and with the ends. And if you're here, you probably already know this because you watched billions of hair tutorials before, because the further away the hair is from your head, the deader it is. And your scalp creates a lot of heat, and that will speed up the bleaching process. So the hair closest to your head and your scalp is always going to end up a lot brighter. And this is also important when you're dyeing hair. So if you're darkening hair, you would actually prefer to do the roots first, because hair usually always looks nicer when the roots are a little bit darker and more concentrated and the ends are a little bit faded. It gives you a more of a natural look. So when we're applying the toner, we're going to apply the toner into the scalp and then to the ends to give it a little bit of a nicer fade. The thing with bleach is that it doesn't spread out as you put it into the hair. You have to make sure that it's covering every single strand of hair that you're trying to bleach, because if there's not enough on there, it's going to end up being yellow, or it's not going to lift enough and it's going to end up being brassy and ugly. And even though you're going to tone the hair, if the foundation isn't good enough, it's not going to turn out well. And since we are using titanium blue from Eon, not an ad by the way, we're going to have to make sure that it is as little yellow as possible, because anytime you put blue on top of yellow, it's gonna turn out green. Bleaching powder generally can only lift hair by like 6 to 8 levels. So you're gonna need to do 2 rounds of bleaching to get it bright enough for the toner to work properly. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Please follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Snapchat. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to this channel as well.